Before we get started here, this is a UFO video. It doesn't show a UFO, but it shows something strange. So I'm going to show the two videos that I took last night, and then go into explanation. Here we go, I think, if I can figure out how to do this.
Strange. And this is right near a location on top of the mesa where ancient indigenous people built a stone monument that's meant to represent a portal on Skinwalker Ranch.
What could that be?
We don't know what it is, but there's something that was anomalous about that spot.
I wouldn't want to live here.
Trying to control my asthma felt anything but normal. Enough was enough. I talked to an asthma specialist and found out my severe asthma is driven by eosinophils, a type of asthma Nucala can help control. Now, fewer asthma attacks and less oral steroids. That's my new normal with Nucala. Nucala is a once-monthly add-on injection for severe eosinophilic asthma. Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing.
Okay, I'm making this video because I had weirdness last night here. And I'm going to post a video of the weirdness, two videos of the weirdness, if I can figure out how to get them off my iPhone. I sat in that chair last night. This is Sue's chair. That's where she usually sits, and that's where I sit. And I was watching the TV, which is up there. It was during, this is, what is today? This is the 22nd, so it was on the 21st of April, 2023. And, what TV shows? I was watching History Channel, and it was Skinwalker Ranch. And I was just sitting there, and this started going back and forth like that. Just all by itself. This is a UFO detector. And that's basically all you have to do to make a UFO detector. This is one of the Neodymium or something like that magnets. It's ridiculously strong. It's held on, I've got just a string going to the ceiling and a nut. I use the nut to help keep it level, make sure it's level. I can't tie anything to this, so a nut worked perfect. It has north and south on it. So currently, that is roughly north, right there. Magnetic north. I read about this clear back in the late 60s and made them, and I've never had one actually do anything. But last night, this one did something. So anyhow, I'm sitting there watching TV. This thing starts swinging back and forth like this. Now, before this happened, north on this was this way. And I actually mentioned that to Sue because I was sitting there one day and I noticed that it was this way. So it would have been looking about like that. Normally, it would look about this way, where it is right now. But it wasn't. It was moved over that way. And that's part of the story. But this is 32 inches from the ceiling. I gotta tighten those two nuts up someday. I keep forgetting to tighten those. That's my attic access. But anyhow, that's 32 inches from the ceiling to the bottom. And you can make it longer. Longer supposedly even works better. But the only way that's going to move is if you bump it or if something magnetic happens. Sue, when she sits down, she bumps every once in a while and it moves. But anyhow, I'm sitting here and it just starts swinging back and forth. At the same time that it started swinging, both dogs ran out the dog door and started barking, and then they ran back in and weren't saying a word. But that happened during Skinwalker Ranch last night, 4/21/23. So if you see what time Skinwalker Ranch was on, that's what time that happened. And it kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I'm sitting there about an hour later, roughly. I'm watching the Munsters, and I don't know what channel that was on, but it was about an hour later. And this starts doing this number. And it was doing it violently. It would swing over here and stay, then it would bounce back, then go back, then it would wiggle a little bit, but it wasn't doing this at all. It was doing this. And some of it was really violent when it did it. So I do notice that this string is too tight. So if I fix that, that might fix my north-south problem. That might have been what that was. So maybe I should change it to a less stiff string. That might help. But that's not explaining this, why it was doing this. Just all of a sudden. Okay, so that's north. That's where it's supposed to be. So that string is part of the problem. Anyhow, it just starts bouncing around. Now, I can't figure that out. It's just doing this number. And it was doing it for a long time. And it would do it a lot. And then it would do it a little. If I can get the videos off of my iPhone, I'll add them to that. I've done it before. I don't remember what I had to do. A friend suggested magnetic activity in the earth, like magma. And this is a volcanic area. We've got the, fire something out by Carrizozo, that's about 5,000-year-old volcano that erupted, and there's no real volcano showing, but there is a lot of black rock from the lava. That is a possibility, something, within the earth, but to make it swing violently like that, it would have to have been something tremendously powerful and probably would have felt it as an earthquake. Well, I checked the earthquake maps, and there weren't any here last night. And to make it swing back and forth, and being about an hour apart from incident to incident, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Another friend suggested solar activity. We've had a lot of really powerful solar activity for about the last year. It's a grand solar minimum, and weather's going to get colder and colder, and better buy some blankets. But that's not going to do it. There's just not enough of it. You may get, I'm not sure about this, but we might get a little bit of pendulum activity. And it will do this just every once in a while. But I doubt it. The ceiling fan up here, another friend suggested turbulence from the ceiling fan. And I can turn that ceiling fan, whoops, I think I turned it off. One of these is off. There we go. I can turn that on all the way, and it's not going to do anything to that. It's not going to move. And it's pulling down right now anyhow. It's not going to make it go like that. That's just not going to happen. So I think we solved one problem with the string tension. So now it's facing that way. And now it's facing that way. That's the direction it should face. So string tension is a problem, but it doesn't explain everything else that was happening. The ceiling fan's going full blast, and it's not going to move that. I don't like to leave it on like that. It's too unbalanced. It's getting noisy too, probably dust. But I'll get that video posted. If you want to build a UFO detector, that's how you do it. Now, another way to do this is to put a ring around it, maybe a coat hanger or something, and run it up next to it, and put a 9-volt battery or something with a buzzer or a light. So when this, and a wire rather than a string. So when this swings, the wire will hit this and complete the circuit, which causes that light or buzzer to turn on. That's the other way to make a UFO detector. I just do it visual because I'm sitting there watching TV and things happen. But that's actually the second time I've had a magnetic problem here. I have several of those big magnets like that. I had them up here on the wall. They were just attached to the nails in the wall. And sitting there one day, if I remember right, there was a loud buzz outside, and all the magnets fell off the wall. There was one that was attached to my sharp stick blade, and it fell off. And if you know those magnets, you know how strong they are. They will break your finger if you get between two of them. But I'll try and get that video, those two videos, downloaded. I'll post them at the beginning of the video, of this video, and then I'll post them again at the end of the video so you can see them. That's all I've got for this one. It was just super weird. It freaked me out. Didn't get any sleep. Slept with my shotgun. It was just freaky. Dogs didn't go back outside after that happened. Of course, I did close and lock the dog door, or the door in general. I locked it. But it was weird. I did look outside. I didn't see anything up in the sky or anything like that. But yeah, going back and forth, that's one thing. But doing this number and doing it for a long time, I mean, it would just go like that and stop for a second, and then go back over here and do this, and it would go over there and stop for a second, then do this, then it would stop, then it would do this. It was just really freaky. And I got it on video. So, anyhow, good luck out there. I'm hoping that nobody else got abducted last night. Just a PS real quick. This has been hanging here just like that without much of any change at all for about 5 years. So it's been up there a while and nothing else has happened with it. I don't think it was up there when magnets fell off the wall, but I'm not 100% certain on that. I did post the two videos to the MUFON website. Not the actual MUFON reporting website, but the Facebook New Mexico website. Let's see what happens if they post those. Anyhow, I'll see y'all later, I hope.
Strange. And this is right near a location on top of the mesa where ancient indigenous people built a stone monument that's meant to represent a portal on Skinwalker Ranch.
What could that be?
We don't know what it is, but there's something that was anomalous about that spot.
No one lived here.
Trying to control my asthma felt anything but normal. Enough was enough. I talked to an asthma specialist and found out my severe asthma is driven by eosinophils, a type of asthma Nucala can help control. Now, fewer asthma attacks. and less oral steroids. That's my new normal with Nucala. Nucala is a once-monthly add-on injection for severe eosinophilic asthma. Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing.
Okay, there you have it. That's what I saw last night. Make what you want of it. If you have ideas, post them. By the way, I need more users. I need 500 more. So let's get this video out there. Bye-bye.